So mass swim starts in triathlon. We're seeing a lot fewer of these today, and for good reason. I think mass swim starts have kind of had their day. A lot of people are very stressed about them, and the race directors, they want to keep everybody as safe as possible. That's their number one priority, as it should be. So we're seeing fewer of these, but there are definitely some mass swim starts, and some of them are mass by group. In other words, one age group might be going off all at the same time. On the pro side, they're definitely safer. On the cons, you can't really race other athletes that are in your age group because you're seeded based on your time. So there's pros, there's cons, but overall, I think it's a good thing. But there are some things that you really need to know about it. First of all, seating yourself is critical. Just like a time trial start, you need to move to the front if you're fast, you move to the back if you're slow. And for obvious reasons, the slower swimmers are going to get run over by the faster swimmers if you seed yourself to the front. That's a very bad idea. It's stressful for you, it's stressful for the good swimmers, and the good swimmers are going to be angry. So just seed yourself accordingly, and everybody will be happy. Check the current and waves before your group goes off. Make sure you position yourself correctly. That means not just front to back, but from side to side. One of the things that happens a lot out here I'm in California, so these West Coast starts, they have a lot of current. And I remember one race that was down in San Diego County that had an unbelievable current that morning, moving from south to north, and it pulled the swimmers probably about 100 yards north. So if you were aiming directly for that first buoy, you're going to miss it by 100 yards. And when you're in the ocean, watch for wave sets. They generally come in sets. So sometimes the big waves will come in for a little while and then they'll settle down. Um, the next thing is be ready to duck dive. We'll do a video about duck diving effectively in the future, but that's critical to get under the waves so you can get out. And then the last point here is to be ready for subsequent waves, waves that follow up the first one that you may be encountering, because if they come in too quickly, you might be coming up for a breath at the same time that next wave is coming in. I've had this happen before. I'm a better than average swimmer, and it'll knock you on your butt, and you'll literally think about giving up because you can't get out. The next point is lining up properly. This is more left to right. Faster swimmers are probably going to line up with the shortest distance to the first buoy. Breast swimmers, and I put myself into this category as well, seed yourself to the outside. That way you'll stay out of the traffic. It'll be more enjoyable for you because you're not getting beat up as bad. Of course, the downside of that is you're not going to be able to find as many feet when you're on the outside to catch a draft off of. But if swimming is not your thing and you're stressed, you might want to seed yourself to the outside. And then slower swimmers, obviously, again, seed yourself towards the back. Best way to go. Now, here's an illustration that I made. This is based on courses similar to the one that you'll find in Kona. And in Kona, the course is roughly 2,000 yards out with about 50 to 100 yards to the side and then 2,000 yards back. So you might wonder, okay, well, if I seed myself way off to the side, if I seed myself 100 yards outside, am I going to lose 100 yards, or in other words, gain 100 yards in the length of the swim? And I've done the math on this one, and you don't. So I want to make you feel better about this when you seed yourself to the outside. So in this example, if you've got a 2,000 yards to get to the first buoy, and you seed yourself 100 yards to the outside, you're only adding 2.4 yards to your swim. In other words, about 2 to 3 seconds to your swim. So don't hesitate to seed yourself to the outside if you're a stressed swimmer. If getting knocked around is not a problem for you, go for it. Stay on the inside, save yourself the 2.4 yards, and go for it. So that's short and sweet today. So if you're not working with a coach, I'd like to offer my coaching services to you. Right now, I've got a free 14-day trial. You get a great TriDot offer, and that includes personalized coaching, the premium package, along with my personalized input for 2 weeks. And then after that, you can either continue or pull out. And I've got plans ranging all the way from $14.99 a month to $450 a month. And there is no credit card needed to get started. So what are you waiting for? See you at the races.